Welcome to Captain English Podcast. I'm Paul, and I'm really excited to be here with you today.
And I'm Alice. It's great to be back. We're so happy you're joining us for another episode of Learning English in a fun, natural way. Today, we have a really interesting topic that touches on something very personal and also very helpful for your English journey.
That's right, Alice. Today, we want to talk about our hobbies, what we like to do in our free time. And we'll also explain how you can use podcasts, just like this one, to improve your English. We'll break everything down in very simple English, step by step, so everyone can understand.
Exactly. So, Paul, let's start with you. What do you like to do when you're not working? What are your hobbies?
Oh, that's a great question, Alice. I have a few hobbies, but one of my favorites, something I really enjoy, is hiking. Do you know what hiking is?
Yes, I do. Hiking is like walking, but usually in nature, right? Like in mountains or forests, on a path. Am I correct?
Perfect. You got it exactly. It's walking, but not on a street in a city. It's walking outside, in nature, on a special path, usually in the countryside, sometimes up a hill or a mountain. I love it because it helps me feel very connected to nature. The air is fresh, it's quiet, and I can see beautiful trees and sometimes animals. It's a great way to relax my mind.
That sounds wonderful, Paul. I can imagine the fresh air and the peace. How often do you go hiking?
I try to go at least once a month, sometimes more if I have a free weekend. I usually go with friends, or sometimes with my family. It's nice to share the experience. We pack some food, some water, and we just walk and talk. It's good exercise too, you know? Your legs get strong, and your heart works hard in a good way.
That's fantastic. So hiking combines physical activity, nature, and social time. That's really a great hobby. Do you have any other hobbies?
Yes, I do. Another hobby I have is reading. I love to read books. I read many different kinds of books. Sometimes I read adventure stories, where people travel to different places and have exciting experiences. Other times, I read books that teach me new things, like history or science. What about you, Alice? What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, Paul, I also have a few hobbies. One of my favorite things to do is painting. I love to create art using colors and brushes on a canvas. Do you know what a canvas is?
I think so. Is it like a special piece of strong cloth or fabric where artists paint? Like a blank surface before you put the colors on it?
That's exactly right, Paul. It's a special surface. I use acrylic paints, which are bright colors that dry quickly. I'm not a professional artist, of course, but I really enjoy expressing myself with colors. Sometimes I paint landscapes, like a beautiful view of nature, and sometimes I paint abstract art, which is more about shapes and colors than a real picture.
Wow, painting sounds amazing, Alice. I'm not very good with art myself, but I admire people who can create beautiful things with their hands. How does painting make you feel?
It makes me feel very calm and focused. When I'm painting, I forget about everything else. It's like my mind is completely in the present moment, only thinking about the colors and the brush strokes. It's a wonderful way to relax and let my creativity flow. It's like a kind of meditation for me. It helps me relax after a busy week.
That's a fantastic benefit. So, you have painting. Do you have any other hobbies that keep you busy and happy?
Yes, I do. Another hobby I really love is cooking. I enjoy trying new recipes, especially from different countries. I love to experiment with different spices and ingredients. For example, last week I tried to make a traditional Indian curry. It was a little difficult, but it tasted delicious.
Oh, cooking is a wonderful hobby. And delicious too, I bet. So, you get to eat your creations. That's a double benefit. It's interesting how different our hobbies are, but they both bring us joy and help us relax.
Absolutely, Paul. I think that's the main idea behind hobbies, right? They are activities we do for pleasure, not for work. They give us a break from our daily routines and help us feel happier and more balanced. They help us discover new talents or just enjoy something for ourselves.
That's very true. Hobbies are like a special time for yourself. They can be anything. Some people like playing sports. Some like collecting things, like stamps or coins. Some like gardening, growing plants. The important thing is that it makes you happy.
Exactly. And it's also a great way to meet new people. If you join a hiking group or a cooking class, you can meet people who have similar interests. This can lead to new friendships and connections.
Yes, that's a big point. Hobbies can really open up your world. And actually, this brings us perfectly to the second part of our discussion today. How you can use podcasts, like Captain English, to learn English. Because learning English can also be a hobby, a very rewarding one.
That's a great connection, Paul. Many of our listeners are trying to learn English, and listening to podcasts is an excellent way to do it. Why do you think podcasts are so good for learning English?
Well, first, it's very natural. When you listen to a podcast, you hear real conversations, just like we are having now. It's not like reading a textbook where everything is very formal. You hear how native speakers really talk, with their natural speed, their intonation, and their common expressions.
That's a huge benefit. You learn what sounds natural, not just what's grammatically correct. You pick up on rhythm and stress in words and sentences. It helps you understand spoken English much better in real-life situations.
Exactly. Second, podcasts are very convenient. You can listen anywhere, anytime. When you are traveling on a bus or train, when you are exercising, when you are cooking, or even when you are just relaxing at home. You don't need to sit at a desk with a book. You just need your phone and headphones.
That's very true. It fits into your life easily. You can turn those otherwise empty moments, like commuting, into learning opportunities. And what's great about Captain English is that we try to use simple, clear English and explain things in detail.
Yes, that's our goal. We want to make it easy for everyone, from beginners to intermediate learners. We don't use very difficult words, and if we do, we try to explain them. We also speak a little slower than very fast native speakers, so you have time to process what we are saying.
So, how can our listeners use podcasts more effectively to improve their English? Do you have some specific tips, Paul?
Definitely. My first tip is listen regularly. Try to make it a habit, just like a hobby. Maybe listen for 15 or 20 minutes every day, or a few times a week. Consistency is key. Your ears will get used to the sounds of English over time.
That's a really good point. Small, regular efforts are much better than trying to do everything at once. What's another tip?
My second tip is don't worry about understanding every single word. This is very important. Many learners stop listening if they don't understand one word. But that's okay. Try to understand the main idea, the general meaning. If you understand 70% or 80%, that's great progress. Your brain will slowly connect the missing pieces.
Yes, this takes a lot of pressure off. It's like when you're watching a movie in English. You don't pause it every time you hear an unknown word, right? You just try to follow the story. It's the same with podcasts. Focus on the flow.
Exactly. And my third tip is choose podcasts about topics you enjoy. This connects back to our hobbies discussion. If you like cooking, find a cooking podcast in English. If you like sports, find a sports podcast. When you are interested in the topic, you will be more motivated to listen and learn.
This is a fantastic tip, because learning should also be fun, just like a hobby. If you force yourself to listen to something boring, you won't continue. But if it's about your hobby, you'll naturally want to listen more.
Absolutely. And my fourth tip, which can be very helpful for more advanced learners, is to try listening to the same episode multiple times. The first time, just listen for general understanding. The second time, try to catch more details. Maybe the third time, you can even try to repeat some sentences out loud. This is called shadowing.
Shadowing is a powerful technique. When you repeat what you hear, you practice your pronunciation, your intonation, and your speaking speed. It really helps to make your English sound more natural. And with Captain English, because we speak clearly and simply, it's perfect for practicing shadowing.
That's right. And don't be afraid to sound silly or make mistakes when you're doing it. The goal is to practice, not to be perfect immediately. Learning a language is a journey, not a race. It takes time, patience, and a lot of practice.
So true, Paul. And speaking of practice, this podcast, Captain English, is designed to be your friendly guide. We talk about everyday topics, just like hobbies, to help you learn useful vocabulary and expressions that you can use in your own life.
Yes, and we always explain things in a way that's easy to follow. We break down ideas, we use examples, and we try to make learning enjoyable. Think of us as your English learning companions on your audio journey.
And if you find our podcast helpful, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Subscribing helps us a lot. It means you won't miss any new episodes, and it also tells us that you like what we're doing, which encourages us to make more content for you.
Yes, absolutely. Just click that subscribe button wherever you listen to podcasts. It's totally free, and it helps us reach more learners like you. We really appreciate your support.
It means the world to us. So to recap, we talked about our hobbies, Paul's hiking and reading, and my painting and cooking. We saw how hobbies are important for relaxation, creativity, and meeting new people. And then we talked about how great podcasts are for learning English.
And the tips: listen regularly. Don't worry about every word. Choose topics you enjoy, and re-listen or even try shadowing. These simple steps can really make a big difference in your English learning journey.
Exactly. We hope this episode has given you some good ideas, both for your free time and for your English studies. Remember, learning English can be a wonderful and enjoyable hobby in itself.
Thanks so much for joining us on Captain English Podcast today. We love having you listen. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep enjoying your hobbies.
That's all for this episode. We'll be back soon with another interesting topic. Until then, take care and keep up the great work with your English. Goodbye for now.